All right. What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, or as I like to call it, New Comic Book Day, or if I like to call it on this specific instance, one day after my birthday. Yeah, so 364 more days until my next birthday. But for all of you that wish me a happy birthday, I do appreciate it. It was a nice gesture, and I appreciate anytime anybody takes time to even say anything to me. So I appreciate it. Joined by my co-host. Let's bring him in, Mr. What the hell is that?
I'm here for the Barbie birthday party.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. All right.
All right,
So if you didn't catch it, Mr. Nemesis Prime, big fan of the channel. Big, one day he might, own the channel. Who knows? But he wants me to get out of comics and into Barbie dolls. There is more money in Barbie dolls, so maybe that's why. But yeah, that's pretty funny. I was like, did he just like put his face on something? I was very confused.
I don't like the unreal expectations that Barbie dolls have for men.
You know what's funny is actually somebody had messaged me. This gentleman in Australia had messaged me. We've been talking a little bit just about different collectibles and things like that. And today he actually messaged me these limited McDonald NASCAR Barbies still in the box. And I just thought it was like so funny that it was like Justin had said this and then BC had said the Barbie thing. I was like, oh man, what the hell? So
What's probably funny in other countries is they're like, what's the most American thing we can make to try to advertise? And they're like, NASCAR Barbies.
Yeah, that's relatable, man. That's so relatable. But yeah, I'm not into the Barbies, not yet anyway, until there's a comic channel or there's like an application I have to pay like $5.99 and they're pushing Barbies on me. I'm probably going to stay away from the Barbies. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good Tuesday. Not only is it New Comic Book Day Eve, but Rocksteady, we got a Disney show. We got a Secret Invasion. We got episode 2 tomorrow. So I'm interested to see what your opinion of the show was. I know I gave my rating, but we'll definitely talk about that at the end of the show because we were all super pumped about this one. And then the reactions have kind of been a little meh, not taking words out of my buddy, Mr. Swagglehouse, but he said Secret Invasion, more like Secret Boring. So,
Heyo.
Yeah. I don't even know if you wanted me to share that. That was like in one of our group private chats. So I apologize, but
good one.
Well, we're all gentlemen, but let's go say hello to the chat before we start the show because I did forget that last week, so I don't want to forget that. So first up, speaking of, Mr. Swagglehouse is in the house. Let's go. USA, USA, USA. I think he's referring to the fact that the Gold Cup starts this week. So he's probably just excited because the US are probably going to, if not win it, probably lose in the final game.
Who's USA?
USA? Oh, who's USA? Mr. Michael Baker's in the house. What's going on with the silver? And Mr. Dan Delatorre with the bronze. Did we get a 3 clean sweep? US taking all the medals?
US? Oh,
damn.
I don't like that.
Come on, Canada, do better. Mr. Just Cruise. I was supposed to. Well, no, I wasn't supposed to. There was a show on Sunday. He went. I did not. He told me it was a good thing I didn't. So I'm kind of happy about that. But I did miss hanging out with him and hunting with him. So hopefully we get to do that a little bit sooner than later.
Was that Hamilton or Niagara?
The Toronto show. So there's a Toronto show that happens about every 4 or 5 months now. At the Monte Carlo whatever hotel. Yeah, it's a pretty good show. No, I won't lie. It's just a lot of the prices and a lot of the books are the same. Pricing is still in 2020, so it's like Neighbor to the North is in here. Participation medal. Come on, man.
You see the collection he just picked up?
Yeah, he was actually like kind of taking pictures of a few things here and there. Yeah, it was great, man. Very jealous. Very jealous. Mr. Pacino, what's going on, sir? How you doing, brother? Thank you so much for tuning in. Mr. TKO, all up in my ride. You gotta. I know I say that all the time, but every time I see his name, that's what triggers that song. I'll find out what song that is. I think it's a Will Smith song. Mr. Captain Obvious, what's going on, noob? What's going on, sir? Surge is in here. Hello, everybody in the comic community. Win is in here. Hello, sir. Mr. Nemesis Prime. Hey, newbie. Is this episode 134, 133, 132? I think you lost track. No. So here's what happened. I knew this was going to be asked. So here's what happened. Listen. Because we had a canceled show, I didn't really fill it in. We had 2 canceled shows, so I didn't really fill it in. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go right to 134. It gets me closer to the 200. So maybe we can do like bonus content for those 2, but that's just kind of my thinking, and that's how I saw it. So there's always something to my madness. Okay, so I knew that was gonna come up, man. I knew that was gonna come up. Man, he's in here. Hey, newbie and all. Did you hear the news about Empire Comics passing away? What?
No.
What? Is that a joke?
We gotta look into.
Yeah, we'll confirm that. Yeah, what? No, I did. I was just talking to him not too long ago. I'm waiting for newbie to pick up my X-Men 1. Yeah, now I'm a little shook. Now I'm a little shaken. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, me too.
If anybody can confirm, shit. Yeah, wow. AOA's in here. What's going on, AOA? Aaron, wow, I'm really shaken up by that if that's the case. Okay. Aaron's in here. Happy birthday. Mr. Dan De La Torre's in here. So what's going on? So yeah, there's quite a few people in here. Ali F. Depends on condition. None. All right. Oh, Empire Comics is alive.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Okay, yeah, what's going on, man? Don't play with my heartstrings like that. That's a little, yeah. Ooh, okay. Maybe it's a different one. I don't know. All right.
Okay, on with the show. Fuck.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, man. I was gonna say, I was just talking to him. We were literally just talking. So, his IG was hacked.
Oh, that sucks. That's
okay.
Better though. Sucks.
Yeah, that's better. That's okay. Shit. All right. Well, let's get it going, guys. This is the last show of June for the Newbie Verse. And then we get into July. Rocksteady, I think the shows in July, I think we're going to want them to kind of, okay, let's go, because the end of the month, we are going to be meeting up at Terrificon, so it's going to be a good time. So, yeah, I can't wait, man. The last month, dude, I can't. The build up to this is it's crazy. Yeah.
We've been talking about this for a year.
I know. So I can't wait. I've been saving a few pennies, just to have, because you never know what you're going to find there. A lot of artwork, a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. So let's get it going. All right. You ready, sir?
Let's roll.
All right. Now, Rocksteady, I do have to ask you before we get into the Newbie Verse this week, are you finding it a little light, a little heavy? I know last week it was a little heavy, for a lot of people. I know FOC was a little heavy this past weekend. So I ask you, is it heavy or is it light for you this week?
She's light this week.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. Big time thought you were going to say that.
This is the only day, though, I'm excited for Dynamite Comics Pick of the Week. And I think people know that I don't see this slideshow before we go on. So let's see how you did. I already saw you getting called out on, what was it, Instagram or whatever, but
yeah, I'm probably going to pass on the Dynamite Pick of the Week this week. Whoa. Just simply because it is it's not what I got called out for. So let's find out. Show 134, co-hosted by none other than Mr. Black Crown Comics and Mr. Rocksteady. I swear to God, this guy is literally, when you know that thing on Halloween where like you're supposed to say the name of somebody in the mirror with no lights, you say the name is supposed to appear.
Yeah. I don't know.
No? Okay. I say Black Crown, and then this guy shows up.
He's here. He made it. Hey, I heard it's a birthday party. I see no cake. I see no alcohol. There's no like chips. There's nothing going on. What's going on?
I got M&Ms. I got tequila, lime water, and I got water.
Rocksteady.
I'm using my pink mug.
I wore literally here a pink t-shirt just for Newbie with the kid logo here. You got a Mickey Mouse.
Look, that looks white to me, man. That looks very white to me.
No, this is pink as hell, bro.
That's it. 3 good nerds in the house. What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, you just made it just in time because Rocksteady just said, I got called out on Instagram for the Dynamite Pick of the Week. And here we are.
That's right.
We're about to do it. I can't remember, guys. Do you remember Rocksteady? Do you remember who called me out?
Moment of truth. Moment of truth.
I don't remember. Oh, I should know this.
Yeah. Well, that person's probably gonna get banned from the show anyway. But but listen, the Dynamite pick of the week. If you're new to the show, if you're watching for the first time or anything like that, it's just a book that we like to just. Hey, you know what? It's a good cover. Let's pass. And that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of work to this Dynamite pick of the week, but we just want to show love because we sometimes pass on Dynamite. We're always focused on, Boom, Image, Marvel and DC. So we thought we'd give a little love to Dynamite. So with that said, I'm going to be called out on it. Is it cleavage or is it something else? What are you guys thinking?
Darkwing Duck.
Something else.
Darkwing Duck. If it's not Darkwing Duck,
bro, it's not Darkwing Duck. So let's get it going. New comic book day, Dynamite pick of the week, and the pick is, guys, just hear me out on this before you go crazy. And remember, you can't hate on me because my birthday was yesterday. But we got 007 King Country #3 cover A. I'm telling you, no, Michael, it is not a booty one. It's just a cover A. I just dig the cover. You guys know I'm a little plain Jane when it comes to those covers. Red, white, black. I love them. There's a beautiful woman there. She's got a gun, blue eyes, everything about it. I don't know. That was just my Dynamite pick of the week. Now, BC, you had a Dynamite pick of the week that you thought, I was going to pick. So do you want to just pull it up?
Buddhist man. This is what it should have been.
Buddhist man.
Boo. Big boo.
Boo on this pick. Boo.
How do you pass on this?
See, Michael Baker's thinking like me. I'd stir a drink. BC, take over this channel now. Yeah, he's going to. He's going to. I'm telling you. He's going
Nemesis and Rocksteady are the permanent staples to this one with me.
Yeah. And not only is there that cover, there's a version of that cover.
Yes.
And then on top of that, there's a Batman homage that came out this week as well.
There you go. See?
Anytime I picked Darkwing Duck, I always got hate. I don't pick Darkwing Duck, I get the hate. Man, you guys are like Red Sox fans. I swear to God. All right.
Here for the hate.
No, this one's
I'm just here so I won't get fined. All right, let's get started with New Comic Book Day, guys. And then we do get into our news segment. And then we're going to be talking about Secret Invasion, getting ready for episode 2, which airs this night or this evening, depending on where you are, at 3 a.m. Pacific time, or Eastern time, and midnight Pacific time. So let's get it going. First up, we got Avengers Beyond #4. So we're getting introduced to. Has anybody ever been in New York? You're with your mom or a sister or a cousin or a wife or a girlfriend, and they're like, I want a purse. And you're like, okay, what purse do you want?
You're hitting up Canal Street. And
you're getting up, Canal Street, and you're getting a bootleg. You're getting a fake. I got a buddy that still has the fake Louis Vuitton wallet that he bought like 6 years ago. I can't believe it's still intact. But anyway, we're getting a first appearance and an introduction to bootleg Avengers. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Pass. I don't care about this, but some crazy person out there is probably thinking, jackpot. What are your thoughts on the bootlegs?
I thought Iron Man was always kind of a bootleg Avenger, to be honest.
Wow. Shots fired.
Wow.
We've seen this before in different parodies and whatnot. I think it might be the first time that Marvel's done kind of a parody on the Avengers. Is it fun? Yeah. Is it a spec book? No. I can't imagine many people who are buying this other than people who are reading Avengers on the current.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really not digging Avengers Beyond, period. So this is a no for me, man.
You know what's funny is look at the one person that I automatically thought, the first character that I actually looked at wasn't Iron Man. It was Thor. So Thor's going up against this dude, black shirt, just the typical. I swear there's a guy that looks just like this at my mall. He's walking around all the time. I don't know if he's homeless or not, but he literally looks like this dude. And that's why I was like, is that? So yeah. And obviously Captain America just seems like he's fighting himself because he's junk anyway. He's a bootleg. So yeah, I said it.
Yeah, Captain America looks like my uncle.
Yeah.
Rocking a tank top. For sure, he's got flip flops and like.
Oh yeah, big time.
Like my uncle, the drywaller.
Yeah, Captain Drywall. But yeah, it's a pass for me, and thankfully it's a pass for all three of us. So, all right, let's get into the next book. And Carnage Reigns, we get new armor. So Iron Man gets a new shield, gets a new armor. Again, whether it's Iron Man, Spider-Man, Miles Morales last week, I just don't think that any of these kind of translate to anything. So on the spec, on the flip, I don't think you're going to be getting much on that. But let's be real. There's a lot of people, who might be Iron Man fans. I am one, but I'm just not collecting these. When we're talking about suits, especially when it comes to Iron Man, you definitely want to have those earlier issues where he's got the different marks and things like that. So for me, I'm not picking this up. This, this is like that Spider-Man, that New York Mets outfit that they try to give him, and we've brought that up many times. But in today's age, I don't think that the new armors or costume changes really do much. Now, I could be wrong because my panelists might be picking this up, but for me, it's a pass. Rocksteady, what do you think?
I'm with Neighbor to the North, where you're just kind of slipping in Iron Man under any title possible.
No, bro.
And then you said,
that's two.
Any Iron Man book this week. Like that's just kind of what I posted. And
we're gonna have to recheck that 007 cover.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that one shot, and I feel like this has become the default for Marvel when they have nothing good to do. They just drop a new costume, and it's better than dropping a new character, but like it's a reach, right? And I don't think now is the time to do it with books, because I feel like you're going to be sewering comic shops with some of these. So I really wish they slowed it down a bit. Right now, I know the business is about making money, but it's also about making money long term. And I just think they should pull the brakes, focus on good writing right now. They did get a good artist to do this cover, but I don't think they gave him much to work with.
To be honest with you, this I'm picking up only because it's going to conclude Carnage Reigns. So for that reason, 100% I'm grabbing it. But this, I believe, is the suit we care about. Well, some care about. And there you go. So I don't know if you guys saw, there's also the design variant. So it's pretty neat, but I mean, not totally picking this up for the sake of the suits or anything. Like I said, this concludes Carnage Reigns, so yeah, I'm grabbing this.
Yeah, it's a pass. Actually, speaking of Iron Man, I know it came out last week, June 16th on Disney Plus, but have you guys, really quickly, and we can touch on this at the news or just before we touch on Secret Invasion, but have you guys watched the Stan Lee documentary that was dropped?
I did.
Not yet.
No. Okay.
It took me 4 tries though. Like, I fall asleep after like 20 minutes each time.
the little love they showed Iron Man in that documentary, I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie.
Stop, man.
Well, dude, they're talking about Captain America, and then they do this like, and we wanted a god, and we wanted this, and then for God's sakes, they talk about Black Widow more than they do Iron Man in that thing. I was like, are you serious?
They did. You're not wrong, and in fact, they even spoke of the Eternals.
Yeah. Don't get me started. But anyway, it was a really good doc. So,
but it makes you understand where Iron Man is on that scale, buddy.
Yeah, which movie came out and saved that franchise?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think it was Incredible Hulk.
Shut up, both of you. Oh my god. All right, let's get into some Star Wars action. Usually, when there's a Star Wars book, we get a first appearance. Now, the last couple have been hot books, right? Everybody went cuckoo. 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, there was just those hot books. Offhand, I can't remember which ones, but they've been on top 10 list ever since. Now we get a first appearance of Star Weird. Star Weird. I mean, at first glance, I don't know. It looks a little weird. The chick, I'm assuming, is Dr. Aphra.
Yeah,
in the front.
Yeah, she looks a little weird, like her face. I don't know, something about it. Luke's face looks a little weird. I don't know. That was the first thing I saw. I was like, that's a little weird. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be picking this one up. I've been lucky enough that a lot of the Star Wars books that I missed pre FOC that we kind of just learn a bit down the road, they're still on the shelves. So, I mean, if this is something to catch or, you know, it goes crazy, I'm more than willing to bet that I'll be able to get one. But right off the hop, no, I didn't get one. So what are your thoughts, Rocksteady?
I feel like this is based off like one of your jokes that you would say to trash Star Wars. Like Star Wars, more like Star Weird.
Oh man,
I can hear that
I'll
coming
edit it
out.
out. I'll edit that in. I should have.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, like I agree with the chat where we're like three good nerds. It does look like an AI cover. It does come across a little bit unpolished for me, or too polished. Maybe that's the term. It also looks like Vader's only looking at R2D2. Like,
yeah, there was something about Vader. There was something about Vader too, but I couldn't put my hand or my eye on it. Like there was something.
It's the family photo where like one person is just looking away, right?
Now that you mention it, I do see Darth Vader staring down R2D2. But one thing I do want to say, I'm happy you guys are talking terribly about this cover because it's not this cover you guys want. It's the Marquez cover. If you guys have seen already, shops are already drying out. Like literally online shops pre-selling on Tuesdays. It's completely out of stock. But the Marquez cover is selling already pretty well in the secondary market. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, go check eBay. Just write Star Wars Dr. Aphra issue 33. Marquez, it's doing good, man. It's doing good. So already it's moving. I don't think this issue itself is going to move, meaning this particular cover. Still a good grab, but clearly everybody's after the Marquez. It's a beautiful cover. And I did see Star Weird. I will say it is weird. Yeah, 100%.
I wonder if there's some Marquez ones on at Big B. So I might call them tomorrow. I might even just show up at 11 and just say, hey, do you got any?
Do it. Like I said, it sold out fast online, and I'm seeing movement on eBay.
So, real quick. So on Sunday, I went to go pick up my books, and I was trying to pick up that Hulk annual that you were talking about.
Yeah.
So I go and I'm talking to this one guy, Brandon. I say, hey, man, like, do you have any of the Hulk? And he's like, oh, we only have these like
covers.
Variant covers of it. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. So I go up right to the desk, and he's got 2 copies, and like they have like their read of the week or whatever. So like they had it up there.
Yeah.
And I pick up the one cover, and I was like, oh, this one's got a tick. So I grab the second cover on the back, and I pick it up. It's perfect.
Yep.
Literally, as I say, okay, this is perfect, this little kid comes in, grabs the copy that's there, and mangles the shit.
Oh,
I was looking at this kid like, man, I would slap you if you were my child. Like, what are you doing? Like, he just came up and then he left it. He's making noises and he leaves it. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. But good. I'm happy you mentioned it because on Cover Price, the list just dropped. It came in at number 3 this week. So clearly
that's a different one, right?
No, it's the Hulk annual that I'm talking about.
What annual did I get then?
I have absolutely no idea. I'm concerned. If you do have a copy near you, pick it up. Let us see it. But the Hulk annual that just dropped a few weeks ago. There's a good first appearance there within the preview. And
okay, I swear to God, I got. Okay, I'll show you after the show because I think it's.
Like, we have a Hulk annual.
They're like, yeah, it's great. Yeah, I'll show you. Oh, hold on, don't worry.
Probably bought an old copy from like 1980, whatever.
The Star Wars have a Spider Boy variant. I'd buy that.
I'm with swag, 100%.
No, man, you guys got to get off that.
Stop.
Get off of it.
I like swag better.
BC, we're boxing fans. We love boxing. We both enjoyed Creed 3. I mean, you probably more than me. I wasn't really a fan of the movie, but nevertheless, we've got Creed. So we got 3 covers here. So cover A, the Landro, and then the FOC reveal. That reveal one is really beautiful. If you missed it, shame. I don't think many shops are going to get it unless you ordered it. You're probably going to see just the cover A and cover B. I listening to BC boxing guy and kind of enjoyed the first movie, somewhat the second movie, not the third, but I picked all 3 of these, so that's why they're up here. BC, I think you got 2 copies of the FOC reveal, right?
I actually grabbed the FOC and I grabbed the cover B because it's an homage to Punch Out. I don't know if you guys remember that game on NES. Absolutely amazing. But
Didn't you get one more? There was the white
no, I
one.
didn't.
Maybe?
I
No?
didn't go for
Okay.
any other ones. There are ratios and so forth, but I really think, being the video game nerd I am, dude, cover B just spoke to me right away, and I know that they're doing more. So I believe issue 2 is on FOC this week, and it's, I believe, an homage to Street Fighter. So pretty cool stuff, man. I'm, dude, all for it. Movie wise, I thought Creed 1 was good.
1 and 2 for sure.
Yeah.
This last one, I don't know. Maybe.
Now, would you say it's because Stallone was in those ones? Because that was a big thing, right? Stallone apparently came out pissed. But,
no, there was just a lot in the movie that it was like, what are we doing? Like, here's the thing: I'm a boxing fan. I love Floyd Mayweather, but like every boxer nowadays just thinks that they're Floyd. They want to show off. I found that movie to be like, hey, look what I got, look what I got. Like it kind of stayed away from a lot of the boxing or the battle, and then even the end battle. I didn't like how they made it into the like cage thing, and there was like no sound. Like I thought that was like kind of stupid. I don't know. That's just me, but I'm not I'm not in film. I'm not a director, so probably for a good reason. Yeah. But no, the trilogy for some, like, like I said, the first 2, great. Third one, no. But I'm not going to blame the fact that Stallone wasn't in it for it not being the greatest. But Rocksteady, where are you on Creed here?
Here's issue 2, by the way. So
clearly, nice. Oh yeah, Street Fighter. Yeah.
So I'm gonna break some hearts, but I'm not a boxing fan. Like, it's just something I've never gotten into. I think it would be cool to go to like a big match in like Vegas and experience the event, and I have nothing against it. I think what hurts me with boxing is how different Olympic boxing is, and it's just kind of hard to get behind.
But that's how it's always been, like historically, right?
Yeah. So actually, cover G, that FOC reveal, really caught my attention though. As like, I've only seen the first Creed. It was a good movie, don't get me wrong, but I haven't watched the other 2, and I'm sure I'll get around to it. But it really like struck me as a really cool idea. The cover B, also great. Like BC was saying, like that's one of the most, I don't know, iconic games for the NES, in my opinion. Even not as a boxing fan, like when you had to fight the bosses and all that stuff, it was pretty rad. Great covers. I love the art. Is it something I'm going to pick up? No, just because you can't have everything, in my opinion.
You could,
but great comics, great covers.
Yeah. Beauty.
All right, dude. Very quickly, favorite boxer of all time?
Me?
Yeah.
Probably Tyson, and then Floyd for sure.
Fair. That's
Roy Jones you could throw in there. I grew up with him. Maybe even I didn't mind Miguel Cotto at his prime. Roy Jones, obviously, he was like, up there with Mayweather and like the flashy and the celebrity. But I would say Tyson and then Floyd for sure.
That's fair.
Butterbean, all the way.
You?
Holyfield is 1. Yeah, there it is. Dan Delatorre just commented that. I see Pacino saying Marciano. Yes. Tyson for sure.
I mean, Lennox Lewis too. Don't.
Yes, but
it's just it's different. It's different when you get into heavyweights, right?
But one of our local boys, which ended in a tragedy, unfortunately, our moms actually worked together, was Arturo Gatti. I don't know if you remember him. Yeah. But
Muhammad Ali. Yeah, but we're not around. Well, we didn't know too much about him. So yeah, obviously Ali's the greatest of all time for sure. All right, gentlemen, any mentions that you guys would like to talk about before we get into the news part?
I'm going to be honest with you. It's a rather slow week, man. I think it's very, very light, but no, not much.
Okay. Greg, any that you want to talk about? No?
I still say get that Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck.
Well, I think Justin had said that he was looking on eBay. He made a comment saying that they're sold out on eBay.
Yeah, well, luckily he got one. I got one. Now I saw a store online selling the 1 in 25 for $25, but it's a near mint minus. So I wanted to get it for Justin. I don't think I'll grab that one.
All right,
I
guys.
think it's a 1 in 20, no? Not a 1 in 25, or is it 1 in 25?
What? I think it's a 1 in 20, and it's $25.
Okay,
Hmm.
yeah. I
That was my
might have
mistake.
one. My shop's gonna check if it's still there. So
Get it.
fingers crossed. I know I want it.
Must be nice. All right. News part. I can't wait to talk news, and then I also can't wait to talk Secret Invasion. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. I know we were all kind of busy Wednesday and Thursday last week, and then we didn't really get to talk about it, even in our private chat. So I'm excited to talk about it with the chat. But it's funny that I mention the news part because there's something that we've been talking about for 3 weeks now, and it seems like every week some debacle happens with this property. So without further ado, let's get into the comic news. And first up, we've got, because we were talking about this, and this isn't the part that I was talking about that we've been talking about for weeks, but we did bring this up not too long ago, right after the movie. I think it was a week, maybe 2 weeks after, but the physical release of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 contains 8 deleted scenes, including the one where High Evolutionary survives. So us watching the movie, there was that, hey, did he live? Did he not? I mean, I think maybe Marvel listened to Greg when Greg said, hey, you got to stop killing these characters. But High Evolutionary was one of the highlights of that movie. I think he did a really good job personally. I would see the movie again. I'm planning to. But the fact that now we know, hey, he's around, he's probably going to be kicking around. I don't know if it's the fact that maybe they added this, right? Like maybe they didn't show us in the movie, but because of what's going on with Jonathan Majors, maybe they have to pivot. So maybe it's just one of those moves. But nevertheless, we are going to see High Evolutionary anyway, moving down the road. So that's exciting. I thought he was a kick-ass villain. Greg, what are your thoughts on possibly seeing High Evolutionary down the road?
Yeah, like you said, I think they needed to stop killing villains and more so put them in limbo so they're kind of available. What we have kind of been missing is villain team-ups. We've been getting a lot of good guy team-ups, but not so much the villain. So I'm excited for this. I'm curious when they bring him back. I thought they would have kind of after seeing that and not showing any completion of that, kind of leaving it in limbo. So I think we might even see him as soon as the Loki series, which would be pretty fun. That's kind of the only place I can see him coming through in the near future. But beyond that, yeah, like I don't know where he fits right now, to be honest with you.
You see, you were pretty no when I said that Kang thing, but I mean, it might be true, it might be possible, you never know. But
There's no chance in hell he takes a front big threat role over Jonathan Majors as Kang or anybody playing Kang. Clearly Marvel's running with Kang no matter who's going to play him. But High Evolutionary, yeah, man, I'd love to see him still come back, kind of like what Rocksteady was saying is you want these characters to still be available for future reference. And I think he did a phenomenal job. The movie was great, absolutely amazing. And I think, yeah, he was one of the good parts to this movie, man. And he really stood out as a villain, very menacing. Other, like since phase 4 till now, you look at the villains and it's like, how many villains did we get that just were just menacing, like just so bad, right? You felt like this guy was just evil as hell. So I really dug him as a villain, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe the best antagonist since Thanos?
Yes.
Right?
I think so.
I want to say threat-wise, no. Portrayal, yes. I would say he's up there, but threat-wise, no. I think, Kang is up there. Not the Kang we got within Quantumania, but what we're going to build towards. But guys, as much as everybody hates Eternals, the Celestials were pretty.
You are so on that, man. You are so
no, but dude, I'm not.
No, 100%. I agree with you.
It's a huge ass threat to the whole universe.
But I think the fact that movie flopped for a lot of people, I think a lot of people just like, they forget, right? Like similar kind of like Shang-Chi, right? A lot of people are just like, yeah, it was okay, but like most people would tell you it flopped. So it's quick. I always say, the John Cena effect, right? If it's not in your face, you're not seeing it. And, unfortunately, because of those movies not being as big as, we might have thought, I think people just forget. But in time, we're going to get, everything. Like the Eternals are coming back, Star Fox, the fact that like Shang-Chi ended with the Bengals and, that beacon that they're sending out, that message. So like, I don't know. A lot of people forget about that stuff.
Does Wanda come back?
Right?
Do you think Wanda comes back?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wanda.
What's going on, Kenneth? To some people. That's all. All right. Next up, we've got a big one, but I think we can all relate to why none of these people or these companies are going. So we got Marvel, Lucasfilm, Netflix, the Superman.
Yeah.
Disney,
And the
Sony,
He-Man.
HBO. There's a few funny characters in here. HBO, Universal to skip this year's San Diego Comic-Con Hall. So Comic-Con, I think, is July 16th. I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's July 16th, that weekend.
Really?
I think so. I could be wrong. I'm not good at being right. I'll tell you that much.
I'll check while you're speaking. No
but
problem.
so a lot of these are kind of not showing up, obviously due to the strike. So no surprise here. So if you're going, trying to see, Hall H or all those, spec stuff or those trailers, well, it's not going to happen. So I don't know. Does this change your opinion? Like, were you guys planning to go San Diego?
No.
Right?
Do I make that coin? No. July 20 to July 23rd. So
okay,
like
so right
20
before our Terrificon.
yeah, exactly. But go ahead, Rocksteady. Sorry.
Yeah, SDCC used to be a really special event. That was so growing up, you would read Wizard Magazine or Toy Fair, these publications, and like as a child, I always thought like NYCC and SDCC were these magical nerd conventions where everything I could imagine would be there, everybody I could imagine would be there, kind of thing. And I feel like it's really losing its magic. The exclusives are no longer exclusives to people attending the event, which really bums me out. It's lost its exclusivity. The same with the toys. You can now watch everything almost in real time. I feel like you don't need to be there anymore. Like that used to be a dream of mine to go to these SDCC and NYCC, but now it's just like after going to fan expos up here, my magic around, or my feeling of magic around these events has really deteriorated.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you guys feel.
Well, when it comes to San Diego Comic-Con, especially within the pandemic, things shifted, right? Gears shifted completely. That day there was a lot of improvising as well. People were streaming. There was a lot of things available to us to see it and feel like we were part of the con. When it comes to the actual comics, well, look, example, now looking at FOC that just passed, we have some San Diego Comic-Con books that are limited to 3,000 that are passing FOC. But for this year in particular, some people in the chat like Chiapet are already spot on. Look at what's happening. You have the writer strike, right? So this now delayed projects. There's things that, I mean, most of these big names, Marvel, Lucasfilms, Netflix, Disney, there's many more as well. Sony, they're all not making the way. One, because of that. And two, there's also going to be what seems very soon and the actors themselves, the artists are going on strike. So they've got to come to an agreement by June 30th. So we're like 3 days away. Clearly, if there's no agreement, why would these actors need to go promote anything, right? This is no longer part of their duties. So it looks like it's going to be a stink fest. As opposed to what we've normally gotten, right? What we're used to, seeing that Hall 23 or whatever it's called panel, where everybody, Marvel goes and so forth to announce a ton of things. So I'm hoping from now, yes, San Diego Comic-Con is probably not going to be anywhere close to as big as it used to be this year, but I'm hoping from now to maybe D23, we might see something, right?
Yeah, it's
How do you
possible.
think this affects ticket holders who bought those tickets? Like, I would be bummed, and I would honestly write email saying I want a refund
I
because
think this is the first time because guys, tickets for San Diego Comic Con are probably the most. Oh my god, I need right. Like this is probably one of those events that everybody goes for. My brother, I think I told you guys this, was actually going all around California on vacation, and he happened to be in Cali while San Diego Comic Con was going on. He went on the Sunday and was like, "Hey, how much for a ticket?" They said $300 US.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
Yeah,
That's
at
crazy.
the like outside,
Yeah.
literally, that's where he was. So now I think this is going to be the first time ever in history, dude, where people are going to be asking for refunds. Like
I think Canadian for the Saturday, I think it's like $650 Canadian
that's nuts.
to get just to get in.
Yeah.
well,
So yeah,
Mind blowing. But again, I can't stress it enough with everything going on with the strikes right now between, you know, all these stuff with
yep,
the artists and stuff like that. Like it's just not the artists, sorry, it's the actors.
actors.
It's inevitable. It seems it's gonna suck.
No. All right, we've been talking about El Muerto for 3-4 weeks now. So they had said, hey, the rumors are it's canceled. Hey, some actors walked away. Then last week it was, mentioned that, hey, they're actually starting to film in August. As of Wednesday night last week, it was reported that Bad Bunny has reportedly left. Now, he is an executive producer on the project, so I'm not sure if he's still going to stay in that role or if he's just like completely gone and they're just going to find somebody else. Not sure why he would leave. BC, we've actually talked about this. He's recently been on WWE when they did the Puerto Rico thing, so he has been, kind of showing off that wrestling, this and that. So it kind of made sense. He played the part, but now he's kind of gone. So I'm a little confused. Maybe he watched Morbius. Maybe he watched the Craven trailer and he was like, well, I don't want anything to do with that. But, what are your thoughts here? We finally have, some big news, I guess, on this property. But let's be real. If Morbius tanked like that and the Craven that we saw is going to be the one that we saw in that trailer, El Muerto, I don't think has a chance in hell to sweep anybody off their feet and be like, you know what, that was really good. But Rocksteady, I've been wrong many times before. So what do you think?
I think El Muerto did have the opportunity to catch people off guard because nobody was going to go into it with high expectations, especially like after the Sony plus the character. Like deep down, we wanted Morbius to be cool. Deep down, we wanted Craven to be awesome. And we're disappointed where nobody has ties. Like as far as fandom scale, I think it goes like Wonder Man, El Muerto, right? So this kind of reminds me like it's kind of like a train wreck, except one car from the train is slowly falling off the bridge at a time until the train is just gone and it's just going to disappear into nothingness. Because if you're going to put effort into projects after this strike, I can't imagine this one's going to be a moneymaker.
Yeah, and plus, guys, like you were just saying, Rocksteady, that kind of like the wheels are falling off here. Sony, they pulled this movie from their release schedule, so that alone spoke volumes, right? And apparently, this is news that I had seen last week. Bad Bunny leaving. Well, I mean, if the movie's pretty much not moving forward, then that makes perfect sense. If the movie is moving forward and there's delays that it just doesn't work for him anymore, maybe the guy's got a tour going planned for 2025 or whatever year they may push towards, makes perfect sense. Now, El Muerto, the character, guys, even when this casting happened, I laughed because Bad Bunny does not have anywhere close to the same figure. Guy's going to look like Rey Mysterio rather than El Muerto. Yep. And we've said it many times. Has anyone ever really cared about El Muerto? No.
So, yeah, AOA, this is like his second favorite character.
No, stop. But yeah, man. So screw this. I don't care. Good for you, Bad Bunny. This is probably the best move you ever made besides going to WWE and playing music. Like, stick to that. And
dating a Jenner. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I gotta say, in the squared circle, the guy can put up a fight. He's a good performer. But
there you go. You said it properly the second time. He's a good performer. He's not a good fighter. He's a good
Yeah.
performer.
Exactly. But yeah, no.
If you think wrestling's real,
It is, man. Didn't you see the video of the indie guy with the pizza? He makes pizzas. He's flipping while fighting.
yeah. Okay. AOA Smith for drug testing. I don't know who Bad Bunny is.
Right?
Oh,
Like,
man.
I don't know. I just think the people that jumped out of comics is that age range who liked Bad Bunny, and the people who are still sticking in. I think it's, I don't know. I think it misses the mark. And I also wonder, like, if this project was actually canceled a couple weeks ago and they're just breaking up legally right now and they can't talk much while the lawyers sort through everything. But news is slowly leaking out, and it's certainly pointing in that direction.
Similar to the submarine, how it was like, exploded Sunday, but they said that they didn't have oxygen on Tuesday. Similar to that stuff. You mean?
Guys, I have a confession, okay? And I swear to God, this is how it went down. I'm one of those that had no idea who the hell Bad Bunny was until he actually made his way into WWE. I'm being honest. And I remember he was coming down, like they announced him, and my wife's sitting next to me, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's Bad Bunny." I'm like, "Who the hell is Bad Bunny?" So she starts making me hear songs. I'm like, "No, who is this guy? This is terrible." So already, I wasn't the biggest fan. It was the same with what's his name, Logan Paul. I had no idea until he hit WWE. I was kind of confused. My wife's like, "Who the hell? Why is Logan Paul here?" I'm like, "I have no idea."
It's funny because. Go ahead, Rocksteady. Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, that's how we used to be, and we would talk to our parents. Be like, "I got to get the new Eminem album." They're like, "Oh, you like M&Ms again? And what about Smarties?" Or like, like we're the dads now. That's where we're at.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
we are.
It's true. It's true. What's funny? Just as we're talking about this, obviously, Just Cruz is here. Thank God I sold my copies. Actually, have 2 left. So when this was announced, I remember being with Just Cruz, and he was so pissed because he knew he could find this in the wild for cheap, but because, like anything, right, when it gets hot, it turns into like $20, $40, $50, and he was like adamant that he could literally find this. He's like, "I'm not paying 20, I'm not paying 40, I'm not paying 50. I'm gonna find this for $1." And surely enough, it took like a few weeks, but he found a few copies for $1. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. But again, this should show you that, like, some of these characters, I mean, they could be hot if you can find them and you can flip it quickly. 100% grab these characters, but these characters aren't going to be blue chip. Like, I feel bad. I feel bad for people that had stacks or went crazy. I really do. Or paid a ridiculous amount. Like, just stupid. So, all right. Let's get into some DC stuff. Now, Warner Brothers Discovery has announced 7 new DC animated, that's important here, animation, not live action. Okay, people? Series for 2023 and beyond. So James Gunn, when he did that whole spiel, I think it was in February or March, can't remember, and he kind of announced a few things. We already knew that there was a few things that were coming. So I only got, I think, like 3 or 4. Some of the ones that people aren't necessarily talking about. So first up, Beast Boy, the Lone Wolf. BC, I feel like you could play this character if this is the route they're going.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Is it
a good look?
Is it the height? Is it?
I think it's more the height because they probably need somebody that's like 5'6". So
nowhere close to 5'6". Easy.
Any of you gentlemen want to add to kind of maybe a little bit of excitement for Beast Boy?
Yeah, like if you look at Teen Titans, Beast Boy is in that cartoon. And I do think he kind of became a favorite. And I do think there is an audience for Beast Boy. And I think sticking with animated is a good choice. And I don't mind this DC animated universe that they're building, if I'm being honest with you. And it might be their lane. Yeah. I'm curious to see what comes of it.
Could be. BC, anything to add, sir?
I agree 100%, man. It's clearly their lane. It's where they succeed. I mean, hopefully these animated series that they're going to be dropping, movies and so forth, will help make back that $200 million that apparently The Flash is costing Warner Brothers. Mm-hmm. So
I still haven't seen it.
Go ahead. I mean, I'm very curious to know what you think.
Hey, Listen, our friend Mr. Keys, he went the other day and nobody made a comment, but he basically copycatted me, went to the theater, took a video. It was like 8 o'clock in the afternoon and there was nobody there. Like,
yeah.
Did you just say 8 o'clock in
like
the
4 weeks
afternoon?
late.
what's that?
Did you say 8 o'clock in the afternoon?
8 o'clock at night is what I said.
Oh, sorry.
But dude,
Dun.
animated wise, there's just so many good ones that I absolutely love, like Dark Knight Returns, Under the Red Hood. Man,
My girlfriend's watching Harley Quinn right now. Like,
Price is
I was
Not the
like,
Worst
"Oh, what are you
from-
watching?" And she showed me, and it was Harley Quinn, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
like this might be a way to."
Nerd. Nerd. All right, another one of the projects is Bat Family. Now, this one was a little interesting because when you think about the Bat Family, we start thinking Tim Drake and Damien and this and that. We go in a different route, but it's animated. It's a little weird. I'm assuming this is going to be Alfred and Batman or Clip, but like that's just. I mean, why does Batman look like a Canadian lumberjack? I don't know.
Oh, Alfred looks like a nutsack. So
Well, that's what. No, he looks like a rooster, man. But what are your thoughts on this one, guys?
I really hope they get like Taika Waititi to do this. That would be the perfect landing on this one. I do get a bit of like an Addams Family vibe from it,
right?
For some reason.
Yes.
Which I don't think it'll go that direction. And I think it's not even Alfred; it's like the cobwebs that are kind of in the background.
Yep.
I think this could be fun.
Yeah, I'm still not over what's going on with Alfred, man. Like, it looks like an overweight Earthworm Jim. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Like a retired Earthworm Jim. Yeah. Like, yeah.
But
AOA,
okay.
I would just like to let you know before BC makes his 2 cents. Canada just passed 40 million people for our population last Friday. Just letting you know. Just letting you know.
We've almost caught New York.
we basically caught Rhode Island and Delaware.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Okay. But BC, where were you on that?
No, I was just saying, like, the animation so far looks pretty weird. It looks like a late night Bob's Burgers type show. Like, I don't know. I don't know how this one's gonna land, but we'll see.
Yeah, Batman just looks like way too big there. I've never seen Batman wear like a shirt like that either. So yeah, I don't know.
He has beady little Canadian eyes.
Yeah, and the beard. Little.
So I used to work with this guy, and we used to call him Yield. Okay.
Yield.
Yeah, Yield. So this guy was like probably like in his 50s, late 50s, and this guy like used to do bodybuilding or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly he's like in his entire lifetime never worked on his legs.
Okay.
And he's the guy who would walk around like this, and we used to call him Yield. And that's what this guy reminds me of because he looks like a yield sign.
Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Well, let's get to the last one. And I know Mr. Keys was probably excited, but, we're getting more of it. Like, I know James Gunn announced it, but, we're getting closer to some of this stuff. So, Kite Man. Hell yeah. I can't believe that out of all the characters in the world, we're getting Kite Man, because that means Condiment King is probably not too far off. So I don't know what to expect, but I'm probably going to expect stupidity. I don't think this is going to be a serious thing. I can't imagine young boys asking their parents to dress up as Kite Man for Halloween. It could be one of those things that maybe is a little darker, maybe rated 18A or, R, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. But I can't see this being like anything serious. So it's got to be dark and stupid comedy, I would think, like Stripperella-ish. But Rocksteady, what do you think about Kite Man? Hell yeah.
Did you get your Condiment Man shirt made yet for when you roll down to the States with all your sriracha?
I should.
Yeah, Condiment Man. I love this because it's no expectations, right? You can speculate on this all you want, but everybody's going to be wrong. This is a wait and see. I have no judgment.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Rocksteady, you said your girlfriend's watching Harley Quinn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's in there. So.
Oh, is he? Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's in there, but yeah. See, there you go, in the HBO show. I think it could be cool. I just don't know, like you said, how this one's gonna land. We'll see, but I I personally never even cared for Kite Man.
No.
So
I'm just picturing like the same people like that use the, how are 50, 60-year-old men gonna relate and watch She-Hulk, and how are they gonna watch, Miss Marvel? I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, how are 50, 60-year-olds gonna be watching Kite Man? Like same way.
But we're rolling into the animated world, right?
I know, but even that, like if it's not gonna be dark, or if it's not gonna be like pushing that 18, where there might be some nudity, there might be some blood, there might be some swearing, I don't think you're going to capture that older audience, right?
No.
So I don't know. It's just my 2 cents. Now, speaking of 2 cents, Rocksteady.
Yeah.
What do you give as a rating for Secret Invasion episode 1?
So I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Okay. Don't give me a reason yet. Just
But hold on. Yeah, I'm not giving you a reason.
Okay.
I feel like my rating can change when I go back and watch the series as a whole.
Yes.
Up or down?
It's up. I think it's a soft 6 right now, and then we'll see.
Okay. BC, same question.
I agree with his last part. I'm holding a 7.
You're holding a 7.
Yeah.
Well, this guy named Newbie Comics gave it a 6 out of 10. And he kind of is going with you guys. He's going down the road with you guys, because I do think down the road at the end of this, it might be worth rechecking this, and I might give it a different rating. One of the things about this episode that I really enjoyed is complete opposite of anything I've ever said from any show. This was the first time I was watching this show or an episode, and I thought, holy crap, like it's not done yet. Like it crossed my mind. I was like, how long is this thing going to be? Really? In a good way. Like it didn't have that like quick, like, oh shit, that's it. You know what I mean? Like it really felt like it was like a good episode when, spoiler, when Maria Hill actually gets killed. That was like the first time it hit me that I'm like, holy shit. Like, because I thought I was watching a movie, and then that happened. I was like, oh shit, this is just one episode.
Did you keep waiting for her to turn into a Skrull?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
For me, it was the blood. I was looking at the color of the blood. I'm like,
Yeah. Because you didn't know if like Samuel Jackson, that was the good one, bad. It was really weird. So like we all projected, this show is probably going to be a little bit hard to follow in the sense, okay, now hear me out, that anybody could be anybody. Anybody could be a Skrull. Anybody could be playing anybody different. That's the one thing right off the hop that I was kind of like, oh man, come on. You know what I mean? Like it was just like Agent Ross at the start. It was like, oh shit, he is. So like now I'm thinking like, okay, is he a Skrull? Like I don't understand. Also, the trailers that we were watching, the trailers basically made it seem like, Nick Fury, I was going to say Robert Fury. Nick Fury was basically a wanted man, and like everyone's trying to arrest him and get him. But realistically, everybody's trying to get Fury because he has all the information, right? So a lot of twists and turns from what we've seen in the trailer compared to what we got on the first episode. Who kind of stole the spotlight for you in this first episode, Rocksteady?
I'm a Fury fan. I think he's been great in that role. I think he's still great. I think that was certainly my focus of the show.
Yeah. BC, what about you?
I agree with Rocksteady when it comes to Fury, 100%. Samuel L. Jackson does a great job, but I want to say the villain, bro, Gravik. I thought that ending was pretty intense. It actually created a bit of an uproar on social media. People were a little upset with the scene and how it played out. But I thought it was awesome.
Wait. What were they upset about?
The whole stage thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone's seen it by now. I think I could talk in detail about it. But when he sets off the bombs, the stage goes, people flying. It pissed off people. And other things that people were upset about was the intro, right? The AI stuff, which I don't want to dip too much into that. But overall, I think this episode set the pieces perfectly to what we're supposed to get. Ross being a Skrull, How long's he been a Skrull? And is the real Ross still around? We will see. There's so many pieces that were well placed. That's why I say it's a 7. I think it was well done. I don't know what people were expecting out the gate. Were they expecting? I feel like no matter what we watch,
Yeah.
people are expecting like the next end game, and like just stop it, take it for what it is. Even Loki was a slow build till the end, right? Like we saw things unfold. I think this is going to deliver once we get that final piece in the final episode. So kind of like what Rocksteady said, you're going to want to come back to watch all this and be like, man, that makes perfect sense. This is a sci-fi thriller suspense. Yep. It's exactly that. So embrace it for what it is, and let's see where it goes, man. I'm pumped. I thought episode 1 was good. I'm seeing a little more teasers of what's to come. A lot of action. You see Nick Fury with his gun shooting off at people. Yeah, man. Like,
he's got his eye patch back.
It's gonna start to pick up, man. So let's buckle down. Let's see how this plays out. And I believe episodes, like you said, they're maybe 50 minutes each or something like that.
So I did read an article on Thursday or Friday afternoon that said that don't expect all the episodes to be an hour. Some might be a little bit shorter than that. So I don't know what to make of that. Just the fact that maybe there's one episode or 2 episodes that are kind of lower. I expect the last episode 6, to kind of be like maybe an hour and a half. Who knows? But it's a nice thriller. Just to Wynn's point, he's saying, I feel like rating episodes is like rating chapters in a novel. It's tough.
Exactly.
100%. But, I think it's also important to note that everybody in this chat, everybody watching, everybody in comics, just you as a human, your mind, your brain, your experiences, what you like, what you don't like, you have a biased opinion. So if you're a Nick Fury fan, if you're a Secret Invasion fan, if you're a Skrull fan, you're probably giving this a 10 out of 10, like 100%, but that's why we all like different things, right?
I also feel like this is part of the Disney formula, right? So the first episode, we give you a bunch of questions that you have, and it's how they are answered is what determines the show. All the kickback I heard on this was that it was nothing like the comic book. Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. The amount of the percentage of people watching this who have read the comic book is probably like 5%.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just about the comic world. This is a broader spectrum now. And I'm excited to see where this goes. And I'm glad it's not like the comic book. I'll say it. The comic book, it was a great read, but I don't want all my questions answered before I watch the show either.
Yeah, no, exactly. And look, just as a comparison, right? Like we'll take the What If series. Okay, so what if people embraced each episode as its own individual thing, because each episode focused on a different character. You saw their backstories and so forth, and where they ended up by the end of the episode. So you took that in as one, right? It was like reading each What If issue. But I never thought that come the end of this, all these characters would be coming together to take on Ultron, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was well executed. But obviously, such a series as this, as Miss Marvel and so forth, these are slow builds. So you got to let it play out. Moon Knight, Newbie, I know how you felt about that. Very slow build, right? Till the final payoff. I think this is going to deliver. I expect by episode 3, things are going to ramp up heavily. Already within episode 1, like I said, pieces were placed. It got me thinking. I left, my couch saying, oh, okay. Now I'm thinking, could this tie to that and so forth? And as Chia Pet was saying, there's a great theory about even the AI stuff. There's an Avenger who's apparently a Skrull on the inside that we've known for so long, right? So this is what we're being informed about. So who could it be? Well, we're leading up to Armor Wars. Let's see.
That's the thing, though. That's one of the best things about this, and that was one of the things that we talked individually on the show, privately, with other people. Is that this was going to be fun because it was going to be a little darker, suspenseful, and you don't know who's who. Like, you don't know who's playing what. Like, right off the hop, it was like, what the fuck, so. That's the fun part. Like, people have just said in the chat, and even when you guys were talking, it's like, we were expecting Maria Hill to turn into a Skrull. Or remember, they're like, that's just part of the fun. I thought it was really fun. The reason I gave it a 6 out of 10 was because, one, I don't believe in perfect. I know I gave Maverick perfect, but that was just like, fuck, come on. You know what I mean? Like, that was biased, right? Like, have you guys never flown a plane before and like been like, hey, I'm Maverick? So like that's biased. So like if you ever see a 9 out of 10, that's probably going to mean that like that was perfect for me. I don't believe in perfection in anything. Yeah. But you know, I gave it a 6 because there was a lot of parts where it was like, okay, like I get you're building this relationship and you're trying to teach me about this, but there was a lot of like just dead scene time where it was like, okay, cool, like we could have maybe done away with this. So like that just kind of slowed it down for me a little bit.
Character development too, right?
Yeah. But yeah, you know, I think a 6 out of 10 first episode is really good. I mean, dare I say what I gave WandaVision episode 1? I think I gave that one like a 2 out of 10. So I think it's pretty bad. You go back and watch WandaVision episode 1, man. You tell me if you can give it a 2 out of 10. Tell me if you can give it a higher 2 out of 10.
Well, now that I know the outcome, yes. I would put it much higher than 2.
My mind was reeling after the first episode of WandaVision.
Same, man.
I thought it was like Swarm coming through the sewers.
What?
I didn't know.
Do you guys not remember what I said, or like because we weren't like we didn't even know about each other when that show came out. Like that was like the height of COVID. But like
I will remember what you said because we knew about each other very well.
Well, no, but like about that show, right? Because like I remember going to my wife, like we were watching it, and I remember going, and I was like, "The fuck was that?" And then it was like the second episode, and I was like, "Oh, thank God, there's a second episode." But watching that first episode, you're just like, "What the hell was that?"
That's right, mission accomplished. That's why it was so good.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. I will fight
you. Want all the answers in one episode? Like, then just watch a movie.
No, I don't want all the answers in one. But like,
wait till the series drops in full.
Go! Oh my God! Yeah, fuck. Oh, God, I swear to God.
We were talking boxing before. Let's do this.
First WandaVision episode was great. Swag, are you? Oh my God.
Thank you. See,
everybody in the chat disagree with Newbie.
Oh my God.
We disagree.
You guys are crazy to think that episode, that was the stupidest. I remember people were like about to destroy comics because of that episode. WandaVision was my favorite, but I'm a huge fan of nostalgia. I think Newbie has great reviews, but also he is very combative about
I love this chat.
I like WandaVision episode 1, 2, 3. Oh man, come on, guys.
He turns another year older and he gets more grumpy. I just don't get what's going on.
Yo, get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. Listen, I'm not combative with it. It's just like I'll make a rating, and then you know I could make the rating a 9 out of 10, or I can make the rating a 2 out of 10, and people are still gonna act a certain way regardless, right? Because again, we all have different opinions. We're all looking for different things.
Yeah,
I'm not looking for necessarily all the answers the first thing. I think that's stupid. I don't want to, don't spoil first appearances and this and that, the first episode. I totally get that. Don't ruin the story. There was a lot that I was like, oh, okay, like that's okay. That's not okay. Like it is what it is. Like I said, there was a lot of good stuff in it. I'm excited. I don't think I would ever have an episode in this story, in this show, where it'll be under 6 out of 10. I think all the episodes for this are probably going to be 7 or 8, to be honest with you. Like I could prematurely probably say that.
But speaking WandaVision, I heard some theories about her within the MCU, possibly making her way back. That when she did die, so yes, apparently she dies, but her soul connects back to the body in which she was controlling. So,
all right.
Cool little theory.
Okay. It's okay. We all don't like the same thing. We all love comic, so we all are brothers. That's right. That's right.
It's okay to all disagree.
But hold on a second. I just want to make it clear, just so people don't throw stones at my home. Actually, like I'm moving in like 4 weeks, so it's not really my home anymore. But I just didn't like the first episode of WandaVision. I enjoyed WandaVision, the series.
So let's do this.
I just didn't like the first episode.
let's do this. You gave this one a 6. You said, I said, and so did Rocksteady, that maybe come the final episode, we would grade episode 1 higher. So once we finish watching Forge, what's going on, bro? Once we finish watching the entire series, let's come back to episode 1 and have this discussion.
I think personally, I think this will be the first show that I go back and watch over.
Stop.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the shows in sequence, but I do think that this one will probably be the first one.
I literally just finished watching What If. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. No, I think pieced together, I think it's gonna be good. I was excited as soon as the episode was done. Like I said, I had to remind myself that I wasn't watching a movie.
Yeah.
That I was it was an episode.
Yeah.
And then it was over, and it was just like it felt
like a movie.
Yeah, but I felt fulfilled in the sense that like I didn't leave the episode being like, oh fuck, man, I wish they gave me more. Like obviously I wish they gave me more in the sense of like, you like it, but like it was a length. They gave you a lot of information, they gave you a lot of characters, they told the story, they built the foundation, boom, done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait. I think it's gonna be uphill action from here on out because like you said, Rocksteady or BC. We just had this guy like fucking blow the fucking place up. People are dead. So it's not like this next episode is going to be, okay, guys, let's do an episode where they're thinking of their plan in a boardroom. Like it's going to get hot, right?
Not 1, 2 characters died.
Who's the second one?
There's Ross.
Oh, right. Yeah, but we don't know if that's the actual Ross.
Well, no, clearly. Well, he was a Skrull, so.
But you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. So. But anyway, 6 out of 10, like I said, prematurely, speaking of it right now. And I don't, I'm saying this 100% honest. I haven't seen episode 2. I don't know any rumors. I don't know any spoilers. I don't like being spoiled on these shows. So like, I don't go into any of those chats or Reddits or anything like that. But I think prematurely I can say, opposite of Moon Knight. I think this show each episode is probably going to be a 6 out of 10 or higher. I can't see this show being, these episodes being under 6 out of 10. Like I really think people are going to enjoy this series. So, all right, Rocksteady. With that, man, this is the last June show, so I appreciate you hanging out, man. Where can the people find you, and what's coming up on your neck of the woods?
So, there's some interesting stuff happening this week, which we're not allowed to talk about yet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it the stuff that you told us?
Yes.
Okay.
No, well, okay. No, there's that. There's the thing we did on Friday.
Yep.
Late Friday night. Okay. You can be in mystery like.
Oh, right. No, I thought like us 3. I was like, what did we do?
No. He said
Yeah.
What that's gonna happen, but he also.
Yes. Okay, sorry.
And then I do have some announcements coming up, which is pretty exciting for me as well, that I'm stoked about. But yeah, find me on Instagram, follow me there. And yeah, I hope to take people on a journey this week. There's going to be some fun stuff happening.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I totally forgot. I was like, wait, what are we talking about? I just have all this like. I'm just checking. I'm just getting all the receipts for WandaVision comments. That's all. No, just kidding. BC, man, let the people know where they can find you and what's coming up on your neck of the woods.
Before we even get into myself, I want to second what Rocksteady said. If you're not already, go follow him because big things are coming for Rocksteady. I'm proud of him, super happy for him. There you go. So you definitely want to be on board this announcement. But yeah, man, as for myself, I launched my YouTube channel a month ago, so go subscribe. Black Round Comics, right there.
Hollywood.
On YouTube, not Hollywood. Stop. I go live Sundays at 9. Sorry, newbie. And and yeah, man. So fun times. Come hang out, subscribe, and you can follow me also on Instagram. But again, make sure you're up to date with Rocksteady right now.
Oh, can I ask you something? So me and Rocksteady are not in the province of Quebec.
Yes.
But this weekend is Canada Day.
Yeah. Okay.
So are you going to be doing a show this Sunday?
Absolutely. So Canada Day is on Saturday, sir.
Yeah, but like the weekend, people. I mean, I don't know how people do in Quebec, but the rest of us.
I'm good, man. I'm always gonna.
Okay. So you're doing a show. You're gonna be doing a show this Sunday.
This Sunday, yes.
Perfect. Okay, that's all I need to know.
What are you implying?
Listen, I'm just asking the question. It's my show. I can ask
No
questions.
nights off.
100%,
No
I
nights
will
off.
answer it.
off. No nights off. Hey, listen, no nights off. Christmas Eve is on a Sunday.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'll be there
hold
co-hosting.
on, hold on. I think I know where you're going with this. Does this
Chris-
mean you're not working this weekend?
Christmas Eve is this Sunday. Are you going to be doing a show on Christmas Eve?
So you're not working? You can co-host?
Is this what you're implying?
Listen, just answer the damn question. Are you going to be doing a show on Christmas Eve?
If you're off and you're available, yes, I will do it.
Yeah, because our families would be okay with that. Sorry, guys. Santa's got to wait. Okay.
I thought we were family.
We are family.
Yeah.
I don't have friends. I have family.
There he is.
All right, gang. Well, I do want to appreciate everybody for tuning in, hanging out. That's probably the biggest and most, fun part about having this channel and hanging out is literally the chat, having these conversations and, being corrected by my grammar. But
Dan, hold on. Dan makes a very solid point.
Newbie, are you doing your show next Tuesday, 4th of July here in the U.S.? You damn right. I mean, that doesn't affect me.
No nights off. No nights off.
No nights off, baby. No nights off. But yeah, so I do appreciate everybody hanging out, man. It's always a great time.
Hold on, it's Ozzy's birthday.
What?
It's Ozzy's birthday. Happy birthday, Ozzy.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday, brother.
I was going to say happy birthday to Newbie, happy birthday to Ozzy, and happy birthday to all of Canada this weekend.
You're damn right. And NHL free agency, so that's going to be a crazy thing. NBA. So yeah, it's going to be great. But like I said at the beginning of the show, I do appreciate everybody who actually did wish me a happy birthday. I always like to give credit to people because you took time to do that, and people don't have to do that. So do appreciate it. Oh snap! Happy birthday. Other than that, guys, you can find me on Tuesdays with these guys, and go sub up to Rocksteady. Go sub up to Mr. Blakk Crown. Check Blakk Crown's show this Sunday at 9:00.
Uh-oh.
And
I'm so confused.
I can't. I don't know. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for the show. Enjoy Secret Invasion episode 2 tomorrow, and enjoy New Comic Book Day. Don't forget the Marquez variant, and that's pretty much it. Any last words, gents?
So I actually have a co-host lined up for Sunday. So I'm just testing to see. You see, look at that face of disappointment. I knew it. You want to come on? Yes, you're more than welcome.
No, I'm working. I'm busy. It's Canada Day, man.
Of course. No, it's free agent frenzy. That's all we care about in Canada.
You know what? I'm like this close to starting like a sports YouTube channel, man. That's how close I am. So
done. Patrick Mahomes.
All right, guys, ladies and gents, enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy New Comic Book Day. Enjoy Secret Invasion, and we will check you out next Tuesday. Later.
Peace out, y'all.